I only see one of them, who was the struggle bus on the tube bitch, running up the stairs going, give me a...
Hold on. I was like, wait, what?
All right. Hi. Location has changed. Last time you saw me, I was in our guest bedroom. And the guest bedroom was where I had painted, well, not me, we had painted, set up decor, decorated the whole room, right? And winter came, and we had to put film over the windows. That film does not bring in any natural light into the room, so therefore I had to relocate to here, and I also got a new desk, which is something I kind of want to talk about today in this episode. But yeah, relocated temporarily. I don't think I'll record every single time here, but because we dedicated that room as the podcast room, the guest bedroom, so I kind of need to just like stick to that, or else I feel like it would be a shame because we took so much time to make that room, you know what I mean? So whatever, it's fine. Moving on. I've been gone for some time, but I promise I'm still trying to keep at this thing. It's just kind of difficult trying to work with a really old camera. This camera will just like stop recording audio randomly, and then the screen will go black. So that's fun. So I don't really know what's going on there. If I keep looking over here, it's because I'm trying to make sure my kid is still asleep, taking her nap, just in case I am being too loud. So, today my drink of choice is a crisp Coke. I normally don't drink soda, but we had like a big liter of Coke from our lake trip, which I'm also going to get into. But we had this just laying around, and I was like, that doesn't sound bad. So I'm going to drink some of this crispy Coke. Fun fact, this Coke bottle is imported from Mexico, so it doesn't have like the same sugars and everything that our Coke does. So I drink this one with pride. Okay, to start, I got a new desk, and there's a really cheesy like story behind me and a desk that I'm gonna get into. Originally, whenever I was like 17, 18, I had this desk that my parents had gifted me because I really started getting into YouTube and doing makeup and everything. And so they were like, let's get you a desk, let's get you a big mirror so you have your own vanity and just go crazy. And I'll never forget like my parents and I picking out the table, my mom taking me to Hobby Lobby and picking out the mirror, and me just telling my mom like, you don't have to do this, like it's getting expensive. And she's like, no, we want to do it, like this means a lot to you, so it means a lot to us, we're gonna do it. And so it's just been, it was a real blessing because that really kicked off my like confidence in doing YouTube and everything. And so I had this desk from like 18 till I was, well, I'm trying to remember how old, but my point is that I had this desk travel with me, like this desk would travel with me from originally when I lived with my parents to whenever I moved in with my best friend, and then from moving in with my best friend to my first apartment. And the sad thing about it, and the mirror, is that I got into like that really bad relationship, if you will, situation with this older man who basically manipulated me and everything, which I've talked about before, I believe. And so this whole situationship that I was in was really dark and scary and sad, and I was delusional, right? And so I moved into our own place together eventually, and once things got violent, I had to run away, and that meant that I left all of my stuff behind, which means I left so many like really personal things to me behind. And one of those things was my desk and my mirror. And it was funny. I was like scrolling through pictures. This was like maybe a month or so ago. And I was scrolling through my old pictures, and legally I had to take pictures of our old apartment together, for like legal reasons to show like what the environment was like. And I saw like, I took a picture of the hallway, and in the background was my desk and my mirror that was in our bedroom. And I just looked at that and I was so sad. Like a couple months ago when I was looking at these pictures, I got so sad because I was like, oh my gosh, how long has it been since I've had a desk that like I can be creative at? Like I can sit down at a desk and just get creative, do my makeup, go on my computer and find inspiration on like YouTube and anything like that. And I was like, I'm about to be 26. Like, how have I been without that little fraction of me since I was like 21? No, since I was 20. So I got super upset, and I was like, you know what? I deserve to have my own little creative space. And so the next morning I got myself up and I was like, I don't care what it takes. I'm getting myself a desk today. And so I took myself to the thrift store. That's always my first choice because, you know, anything to save $1 or $2. Your girl's got to save some money. I'm so sorry. So I get to the thrift store and I walk up to the furniture section, and lo and behold, here's a desk almost identical to my old one. It is perfect. She's the perfect size. She's the perfect color. She's just white and plain with a couple of drawers and a little shelf. She's perfect. And she only cost me $48. What more could I ask for? So I've got my desk and I've got my little computer here. Got my camera, same computer, just a different desk and a different setup. But it's just been super nice. I felt very, I don't know, like I've gotten a little bit of pink back in me. And I don't know, I'm slowly but surely I'm getting my pink back. And this was like a big part of it for me. So that is something that just makes me very happy. Having a desk and me and a desk is just something very personal for me. Now, I have like a couple of topics. One, it's just like silly and a minor topic. We went to the Lake of the Ozarks for the 4th of July, and it was kind of a psychotic, it's just a story time. But the other thing is something that I've kind of been talking through in therapy that I've kind of come to a conclusion with that I really want to talk about, that has to do with like the relationship that you have post, how do you say? Like how do you say? I want to say like the relationship you have with an abuser post-abuse, something like that. But I hate to use the word abuse because it's like, I'm not trying to sound like, it sounds so victim-coded, which I'm not, which a lot of people do go through abuse and a lot of people are victims. But just like for me trying to like think through this whole, it's a long story, but I'm trying to say that like, there's this whole perspective that I have on somebody who has hurt me, and I'm trying to understand why I have a curiosity in them, even though they've hurt me. And so that's me navigating those feelings, which is what I'm gonna get into. But first things first, we went to the Lake of the Ozarks for the 4th of July. We've been saving up, my child's moving, I need to be quiet. We've been saving up for this trip since April, and of course 4th of July is in July. We've been saving up we were all saving up prior. Bought this Airbnb in April. We get the Airbnb. We show up to the house on the Friday, so July 3rd. We get there around noon. We have the afternoon and the evening to just like get everything situated, eat something, relax, and then the next day we start the day. We start our lake day. So we show up around noon, we grill some chicken wings, we watch some FIFA, and we all get comfortable, like acomodar las cosas, like we put our things away. And the kids were playing in the game room while we were just kind of hanging out, being adults, just drinking, sitting, being lazy. So then we all go to bed, wake up the next morning, and our friend said, let's go to this bar, like slash restaurant, that was on the TV show Ozark. It's called the Blue Cat Lounge, I'm pretty sure. And so we wanted to go check it out. And originally, I could have swore that I heard it was a 12-minute drive, ended up being close to 30. So that was a little bit of a, oh, which was fine. You know, moving on. It's okay. Not the end of the world. Kind of a little inconvenience, but just minor. No big deal. So we show up to the Blue Cat Lounge, and we have zero way to park. There's no parking. Zero parking. It's around houses and other small businesses that are not really that interesting because they're real estate businesses, tax businesses, nothing interesting. And there was just a random restaurant right in between all of it. And the restaurant was behind one of the buildings that was like a tax center, you know? And so we were like, that's odd. It's a touristic destination. Why would it be behind a building? Tucked away, hidden. Seemed a bit weird. So we're trying to park. Zero parking. We look at the restaurant. It is tiny as hell, at least from what we could see. And it was disappointing. So we also had the dog. We had our dog with us. So we also were not hungry because we just had breakfast. And so we were like, well, this is kind of awkward. It sucks, like, to see it like this. This is kind of annoying. So let's just go back to the town that we had passed on our way here. That was like a touristic town. We were like, okay, let's do that. No big deal. It's fine. So we leave the pathetic restaurant, go into this town. Majority of this touristic town was restaurants. We don't want to go to a restaurant. We wanted to check out a restaurant, but we don't want to eat at a restaurant. So we have the dog. It's blazing hot. I'm thinking, like, of course there's going to be some shaded areas. Nope. Nope, no shade. Nope, not a tree. Nope, just a strip. So it was fine. The dog was hanging over, like, the overhangs at, like, the stores, so she was okay. But majority of this, we saw two boutiques. Shirts were like $70. That's cool. No thanks. So we walk out. We're trying to find another place to go. It's just a bunch of restaurants, so we're giving up and we're like, fine, let's just leave. Then we turn around and there's just a very, very black sky, like very dark. So we're thinking, it might just be like a little bit of a storm. It's not going to last that long. It'll pass. No big deal. And when I tell you, it was damn near tornado. I'm almost positive it was a microburst where we were exactly. It was psychotic. It was absolutely insane. The waves on the lake were literally crashing up against the dam, which was right by the town where we were, to get to the town, which we had to drive past to get back to the other side of the lake, which was freaking me out. The waves were insane. So we were like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. 30-minute drive, pull up to a pathetic restaurant that we wanted to check out, couldn't do. Go into a town where it's just majority restaurants and we can't really find anything touristic-y and fun to do. Now there's a storm, practically a tornado. What is going on? So we get into the cars, we're trying to drive home, and we're like, you know what? It's going to pass. No big deal. What's funny is that the storm did not even show up on the weather app, and I'm pretty sure it said like slight chance of rain, maybe, but it didn't show a thunderstorm. And so we're trying to drive home. There's one road back, the same road that we took. There's a tree blocking the road. I about damn near had it. We were trying to contain our patience as much as we could, but holy shit, this was just one thing after another. So we are blocked by the tree. That is the only road home. Luckily, my husband is a genius, and he gets on Google Maps and finds these back roads. So he's like, follow me. We had two other cars of our friends who are following us. He's like, follow me. I found some back roads. We'll make it home. So we take the back roads. It takes us about 30 minutes to get home, which was fine. But we get home and we're like, you know what? Rain has stopped. It's nice out. The sun isn't blazing down on us. Let's just swim in the lake like we intended to and just have a good time. So we get in the water, having a good time, drinking some beer, swimming on the little lily pad thing with the kids, just having a blast. Then our friend goes upstairs and comes back down and says, well, we have no electricity. And I'm like, you know what? We've already had multiple things happen today. This is a breeze. It'll turn back on eventually. It'll come back on. You know what? No big deal. So many people are on the lake around this time of the year. Surely, they would be prepared. Just in case if there's a power outage. Just in case. She goes back upstairs and then comes back down the stairs and she goes, we have no water. We are all sitting in the lake looking at her saying, you mean to tell me we have no water? So that means no shower? Right. No electricity. No water. Okay. Let me think about that. So we're stuck. We're trying to enjoy the night. It's the 4th of July. We're trying to enjoy ourselves. So we are like, let's make carne asada. We're just going to have some food, wait it out, see if anything turns back on. We're eating the carne asada. Fireworks start. We have some fireworks, but our friends got a couple of pretty loud ones, right? Just a one and done, pretty loud firework. Nothing that I feel like is destructive, I mean, it was loud, but it's not like it's going to destroy anything. So we're like, you know what? It'd be fun to light up a couple of fireworks. Well, the neighbors next door were renting the property too. They were in the lake with us earlier, and we were chit-chatting it up. We offered them some beer. We were cool with them. But the only thing that seemed a bit off was the two moms, at least one of them, was treating her older daughters like they were infants, toddlers. She was literally like, don't swim out that far. Just don't swim out that far. You can't, it's too dangerous. Being a total helicopter mom, and I was like, she literally looks like she's 20. Leave her alone. But it's not my business, right? So I'm minding my own business. Then one of the other girls, it like flops off of her tube or something that she's floating on, and she is struggling so hard to get back on that bitch. And I'm like, it's really not that hard. Then she goes up to her mom, and her mom's trying to help her, and she's like, and I'm like, okay, these people are just going to be slightly strange, but it's fine. Who isn't? No big deal. Well, these neighbors are outside when it's dark, when people are starting to do fireworks. We light off 2 or 3. They are screaming bloody murder at us, saying, if you are going to do those fireworks, you need to take them and go somewhere else. You are scaring the kids. The kids? What's your definition of a child? Just curious. How old, what age range is a child for you? Because to me, I don't see any over there. And not to mention, 4th of July, you're outside. Your child is outside. You mean to tell me that we're scaring your children? I only see one of them, who was the struggle bus on the tube, bitch, running up the stairs going, Give me a fucking break. Are you so fucking serious? The people on the other side of these people that we were talking to, being friends with, the people on the other side of them were not trying to get into this topic, but they were all American. My friends are Mexican. Those Americans were drunk, singing, screaming, throwing off fireworks left and right, and you mean to tell us that we do 3? Little loud. Won't lie to you. If it freaked your kid out, I'm sorry. No big deal. We won't do it again. But you disrespecting us while the people next door doing the same damn thing is a whole other story. Girl, I was so mad. Oh, I was so mad. All of us were pissed. So not only did we have a shitty day, but these people just had to be the cherry on top of it. We were just trying to have a good time. And why were they outside? Why were they outside if they were going to be terrified of fireworks in the first place? My 3-year-old was sitting in the living room while we were blowing up shit in the backyard off the porch. Well, not off the porch, but like there's a patio, right? And it's like away from the house. And she didn't blink an eye. I hate you. I hate you. I don't like you. You're annoying. You bother me. Thankfully, they left the next morning, which, good for you. Bye. See ya. See ya never. I don't care if you live in Overland Park. Honestly, makes sense that you live in Overland Park. Oh, I'm sorry, was it Olathe? Same thing. Same thing. Don't even get me started. Anyways, so that was our lake trip. We had to wait it out. We had no AC. We all slept. It got up to like, I think 80 degrees in the house. And so the next morning we all looked at each other and we're like, we can't really like keep everything in the fridge for a full day, just waiting for the air and the power and the water to come back on. We can't do dishes because, well, there's no water, so we can't use more dishes for food. If we want more food, we're going to have to cook on the grill. We've run out of paper plates. We only have 4 water bottles left, so we all just collectively decided to leave. So basically, we got one opportunity to really swim on the lake. We were supposed to be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But we had to leave Sunday morning, so we lost a day and a half, and we had a day and a half to be there. So we only got half of the trip in, which sucked. And honestly, showing up there took more time to like get everything accommodated, because there was so much stuff that we brought because we were gonna have to eat food and everything. Then leaving took, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes because we ate all the food. So it sucked because we had all this extra time and we couldn't use it because the power was out and the water was off and nobody seemed to really give a shit. And the Airbnb person was super sweet. She was really nice and she had called and was like, can I get anything for you guys, like from Walmart? This was like at 10 at night on the 4th of July. And I was like, no, don't do that. Like, it's 10 o'clock. Like, don't go to Walmart at that hour and we'll be fine. Like, we'll just wait it out. She said that the people of the Lake of the Ozarks, the workers, did not even attempt to try and fix the the electricity or the water until midnight that night. Oh my God, that is so annoying. So, whatever, that was our lake trip. It was really fun while it lasted though. It was so much fun, like playing, just swimming in the lake, going on a little canoe ride. Girl, what? Kayak. A little kayak ride. What? How do you say that? Riding a kayak? You know what I mean. But that was really fun. That was a lot of fun. I'm so grateful that we got to do that. And like driving with like my husband and I getting to like go on a mini road trip, like it was fun because we got to talk the entire time. And we just were like the little family trip. It was cute. But then we had to come home early. But it was okay because we got to make the rest of the food. and watch Mexico play in FIFA, which they lost, but still we got to have a nice evening after we came back. So yeah, that was kind of a bummer, but it was okay. Next thing I'm going to talk about, kind of like not sad, but it's just very serious. So I know the title of my podcast is Happy Hour, but this is going to be a serious hour, even though it's already been 30 minutes. You get my point. So I had to bring this up with my therapist. I was thinking, and I had brought it up with my best friend, and I was like, you know what? There's this person that has hurt me, and I know that they hurt me, and I know I don't like them, but for some reason I'm so interested in what they're doing, who they're hanging out with, who they're talking to, where they work, where they're located. Like, I want to know. I really want to know. Like, I'm so interested. And it's nice, like, there have been times that this person has, like, tried to reach out to me and is trying to, like, talk to me and, like, hold some kind of a relationship with me. But I'm like, no, I'm not going to be friends with you after the situation that I have had with you. It's not appropriate. And clearly the other person is not aware that they have hurt me, even though their actions are pretty clear as to what they have done, and yet they don't seem to think that that was wrong. But it's fine, moving on. But this person has tried to, like, reach out to me and be like, hey, how are you? How's life? What are things like for you nowadays? And for me personally, it was like, I liked the attention of, like, knowing that this person still wanted to talk to me. And I was kind of like, I just was so confused. Like, why do I care that this person is curious about me? Why do I care that, not that I care, but why am I curious about them and why they want to talk to me still after everything has happened? And I've blocked this person off, like, blocked them on everything. But they still found a way to, like, reach out to me, which is creepy. And I don't know. I was telling my therapist, I just don't understand. Like, this person has tried to reach out to me before, and I have ended up blocking them. But then out of nowhere, recently, it's just like, why do I want to know what you're doing? And she was like, well, do you think it's fear? And I was like, what do you mean by fear? And she's like, well, of course you want to know what they're up to and what they're doing and where they are, where they're located, who they're hanging out with, because you want to know every single detail of what they're doing because they've hurt you before. And if you know exactly what they're doing and who they're with and everything like that, then you know how to protect yourself from them, if that makes sense. You know how to stay away from them. You know who and what and where to stay away from if you knew all of those things about that person. And I was like, yep, yeah, that's a good point. But also, I kind of came to the conclusion that, I don't know, I came to the conclusion that if somebody who's hurt you and can't get their head wrapped around the fact that they've hurt you, and yet they still want to keep in touch with you, and you're interested in them wanting to keep in touch with you, and you like the idea that they want to still talk to you, it's probably because, I'm just saying you, but I mean me. In this situation, I like that this person wants to reach out to me. I like that this person's thinking about me. I'm curious as to what they're doing so that I can compare my life to theirs. And I want this person to want to talk to me. I want this person to see my life. I want this person to see how well I'm doing. Because for me, in a way, I think that my revenge from them hurting me is them seeing my life and wanting to be in some sort of, like, a friendship with me, but they can't because I won't allow it and I don't like it. I want them to at least see my life and how well I'm doing because to me that's like revenge, knowing that they see what they can't have, if that makes sense. So this person that's hurt me, I'm curious as to what they're doing because I want to know all the details about what they're up to because I want to compare their life to mine. It's revenge for me when they see how well I'm doing and how well off everything is for me. It's revenge because they don't get to have that. They don't get to share that with me. They don't get to have any single part of that with me. And for me, that's my revenge. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but part of like part of um part of me feels the same way about my ex situation. I'm curious as to what he's up to and what he's doing because I do want to know how close he is and I do want to know what his whereabouts are so that I can compare, you know, how good my life is compared to his. I don't know if that makes sense. Because personally, I'd love to know if his life is the same, if not better, or worse. And it's sad to say, but it's like, I hope your life is worse. Which is so bad to say. But like, after all the shit you've done to me, I really hope that you did not get every single thing that you were trying to hope for and get towards. Like, you used me for so much and you manipulated me so bad. And I could see how much you hated me in all of those videos that I took between you and me. You hated my guts. You hated me. And yet you used me for years to get to where you wanted to go, to get to the people you wanted to see. I mean, honestly, like the way you used me, God, like, round of applause to you. But now that I'm not around, I hope that, you know, by me not being there, I hope you're screwed. I really do. I wish you well, but like, I don't wish you the greatest. um, I need to talk to Jesus about those feelings, clearly. I'll come to peace with it, but for now, that's my opinion. Anyways, so that's kind of like I was expecting that to be a longer conversation, but yeah, it's okay to be curious in somebody who's from your past that's hurt you because of course you want to know what they're up to. Of course you want to see what they're doing. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that that's just us being human and us being curious, and that's okay. It's just a matter of what do you do with those, like what actions do you take with that curiosity is where there's kind of a fine line as to whether you're crossing that line and you're in the danger zone or you're allowing yourself to be curious at a distance and keeping your peace. Now, I honestly think this is all that I have. I just have to get ready for work now and do my makeup, so I don't know. That's kind of all that I've got. I went thrifting today. I got some home decor. Honestly, it ended up being super, super cute. I went to the dollar store and ended up, I think, getting like really good. I ended up getting really cool house decor, like these pictures right here, these gold ones. I found these little canvases at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, and they had these canvases which had these frames right next to them, so you could frame these canvases of these like butterflies, hummingbirds, and they had another one that was like flowers. It was so cute. And then they had these shelves. They were, I think, $1.25, if not $3. No, I'm pretty sure they were $1.25. And those little tiny shelves, and they're so cute. And I got some like vases with some greenery, and I got some like rocks to put in the vases so it looks like realistic. Looks so cute, and I'm so grateful that I got to do that. And then I got some really awesome clothes from the thrift store that I need to try on. I'm just super stoked. It's so much fun. Dude, I literally got this shirt. It makes no sense. It's it's this really cute crop top. It's an orange crop top that has like a dark threading around like the sleeves and like the bottom of the crop top. And it has it's orange with the black threading, and it has in blue, bright blue, embroidered, like literally embroidered, with stars, and it says Danny DeVito. It makes no sense. Oh, but I love it. It's just so funny. Oh my god. Um, if I don't have an afternoon coffee, I'm yawning left and right around 3 or 4 o'clock. I gotta go make some coffee. But yeah, oh my god, I gotta show you. I really do need to show you. Can you give me a second? Give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna go get that shirt. I'll just go ahead and show you everything I got. But here's the Danny DeVito shirt. Like, it makes no sense. Oh god. And it's even funnier because my husband's name is Daniel and we call him Danny. And it's just so funny. So, this was a sports bra, but look at the back. See that? It's like an open back. It looks so cool. Then I got this velvet bodysuit. I'm gonna wear that on a date night just for it to get taken off. White tank top. Kind of a cool texture to it. I got a cute little tank top for my child. So cute. These jeans, bro. I love, just like my shirt, how it's like a light color and then like a dark threading. These are the same. Oh, I just love it. I got my husband some jeans. Now I got a 2-piece set. Here's the shirt. Here's the bottoms. This jacket was really cool. It's a teal champion jacket. And this only cost me $3.25. And it's brand new. It's kind of like a rain jacket or like a windbreaker. And it has embroidered on the back Champion products. Pretty cool. Then I just got a plain ribbed shirt. I love a ribbed shirt. They just fit so well. And this is going to be a PJ shirt. It says Mamacita needs a margarita. I love her. So yeah, that is all I think that I have to talk about. I hope that you all enjoyed today. I know that this was kind of a short one, but the next time I see you, I hopefully will have a lot more to talk about. And we'll see if I'm in the same location. Talk to you later. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok at catsfunny. I try to post a lot of stuff on there. I feel like it's a lot of fun for me. It's a lot easier than doing this. This is something I take more seriously. Whereas on TikTok, I kind of just throw something together and hope for the best. But it's more frequent. So yeah. I do post on Snapchat a little bit. Try and just look up my name, Catherine Perez. It might show up under like Cat Q Perez, probably. I don't know. Doesn't matter. That's all. Okay. I'll see you next time. Okay. Bye. Okay, bye. Okay.